Hello everyone and welcome back to another Corepunk video. So it's been a while since I've made a video about Corepunk, but every time I live stream I get people in and asking me about what happened to Corepunk, and that's exactly why this video is called What Happened to Corepunk. If you're new in here and you probably don't know what Corepunk is, let's do a very quick recap. Corepunk is a top-down MMORPG with fog of war in seamless open world. Set in a persistent fictional universe of Corepunk, it's inhabited by four main unique cultures. So basically it's an MMORPG as you know from other games, but where it's seen from top up. So basically you see from you see some like League of Legends and stuff like that. You have different classes, you know, all the perspective from an MMORPG. It has dungeon, raids, PvP, all the good stuff you know from it. I've made 100 videos about Corepunk. You can check them out if you really want the details of that. But that's not what we're here today to talk about. We're here to talk about what have happened. So basically, I have brought my best friend with me here. Haha, no, it's a whiteboard. It's just a whiteboard. Don't worry, he's not here. This is a whiteboard, and today we're going to put up what actually happened to Corepunk in a timeline. We're not going to talk about all the details, like now they talk about this, that, do this. We're just going to be more like, you know, from we started till we ended, like the major parts of what happened. So we can set this, we can start up here and say 2019 December. So basically, back in 2019 December, it started. They basically announced Corepunk on the game. The trailer released on IGN. I remember I made a. I was going to the toilet. I was sitting and scrolling YouTube on the toilet. Yeah, some people they use their phone on the toilet. I'm sorry about that. So basically, I was scrolling and I was on my way to bed. I think it was like 2 in the night or something like that. And then boom, a Corepunk trailer just released on IGN's channel, and I was like, what is this? And I saw 10 seconds of it, and I knew from that moment I had to go in on my PC and basically make a reaction video of this. So I stopped the video and went in and made a reaction video of it, which was a good thing, because then a couple of later days I actually got an email. We're gonna make like a letter here. I got an email from Eugene, basically the producer of the game, where he was thanking me about making a video about it, and it really, you know, it meant something for him to see, you know, me talking about the game, and you know, I was basically tearing in the video because I thought the trailer was so good, and he was so happy for it, and I was like, you know, thankful mail. And again, it was like first time a developer ever contacted me, you know, tiny little YouTuber me, and I was also of course, you know, writing a big response back to him, and suddenly you never know what happened then. But then if we walk, by the way, this game was actually announced on the 9th, so we're gonna make a 9 because it was 9th December. So basically what happened here was then on the 24th, so we're gonna go here to the 24th of December. We're still in the December timeline. It was Christmas. I was having tons of guests in my house. My house was packed with people. Trust me, it was packed with children, old people, people on the same age as me. You know what I mean, like packed. I was making food. I was standing in the kitchen for plus 6 hours just making food. And Eugene, he told me some person would come to my house and want me to sign under some NDA contract so I can play the beta. And I was like, yeah, sure, he can come by and I can sign it and then you can leave again. And then suddenly, I think in the evening, I got a call from Eugene and he was like, can you get outside of your door? And I was like, what? And then I came out and he was there with a cameraman who's responsible for the trailers. And I was like, is that you? And they even made a video about it. You can watch the video they made called Christmas Story. And what happened then on the 24th was that I got a figure. And actually the one you can see just over there, that one, the troll there from the trailer. They actually came and gave me that one as a gift, and you know, thanked me for, you know, being part of the community. So here we can make like a star here, star on the 24th, because I got a gift from them, which was like where my hype for the game started, why I was so, you know, focused on it, because all the cool things for me happened for that time age. But you could say that's the start. Got the game announced, it looked like a freaking great MMORPG. I was in contact with the producer, he came to my house and gave me a gift, and then you can probably understand why I was freaking hooked on this game. Because you see a lot of other big MMOs where big content creators, they never meet the director or the producers. They always just know some kind of like guy who they never hear about. But I hugged him. So you know what I mean. So what happened then was back, so now we're going to go down. So in January 2020, they announced they have made a content creator program where, of course, I was... I didn't have to sign up. I was on it automatically, but you know, you probably know why. So people started to get these content creator tags in the Discord and, you know, making content about it, and more people started, even Force and other guys made content about it, bigger YouTubers, you know, they started to make Corepunk stuff about it. So that was pretty cool. And then in the whole 2020, you know, a lot of things happened, like tons of stuff happened, like we saw some new things, boom, 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 boom. We're gonna skip to that. The thing was, so back in, I think it was like, yeah, I have it here. So it was in 2020 on June 16. So we're gonna put in June 16. We got a 15-minute gameplay trailer, which was pretty cool. You know, we saw some guys running around. They were looking for parts for this sex robot. And yeah, a sex robot. And they were looking for parts for the sex robot. They had to find, you know, some kind of like that. So they went out and, you know, discovering the open world, killed the boss, you know, did some puzzles. Great video, like super great video. And again, I know I'm probably leaving out some details. I already made other videos about this, but here we're just taking the big spectrum of what happened. So that's what happened there. We got the update, which was pretty cool. So that was cool. So then in April the 30th. So back in April 30 in 2020, actually, we just skipped from 50 minutes. Yeah, that's correctly. Then in April 30, which was in 2021, we just skipped one more year. There we go. So this was in 2020 with the gameplay, but then in 2021, which was the next year again, we got the video about the character customization, which was pretty cool. Like the character customization here, which was, we're gonna make a smiley for that. The character customization was pretty cool. You know, we saw how you could like change around the classes, the heroes, like, you know what I mean. It was a pretty great video. You probably can see it on the screen right now. And then they talked about that. Oh, I'm actually sorry. I'm actually screwing up here, because we have down here, we have August the 3rd, and the August the 3rd actually had the character creation in it. Sorry, that's my fault. I can't even read my own notes. What happened in April 30 was actually that they said they are focusing on getting this game out in December. So basically they wanted to get this game out in December 2021. You're listening? And so basically in April they wanted to get this game out in December 2021. And also they wanted to have a beta for 10,000 people in August 25th. And of course none of this have happened because of delays. We'll come back to that. So basically that was where they talked about potential release dates and potential beta dates. But then down in August the 3rd, we got the character customization video, which was really cool. But we also got delay. And what they did was they pushed the beta. They didn't talk about, you know, no dates for the final release actually. But what happened was they delayed the beta till December 2021. So, you know, we can put a delay on here. Delay. What happened also in meantime here is that it's a kind of important note. You know, back in March 2021, I actually received a gift, and a lot of other selected people. We received like a big Corepunk box with like a very cool skeleton figure. I actually think I have it. It's all there. But yeah, I received like a gift where I got some very nice like a t-shirts, hoodies. I even got some clothes for my kids. So really appreciate that again, Artificial Core. Thank you for that. But you know, it's just a cool note here. So back in that's actually March. So we're gonna put March there. So where we got some gifts. We're gonna draw a little gift. What are some? There we go. That's a gift. Yeah, it's all right. So you can see what I mean. Like, so now we have the game announced in December. I got the contact. I got a gift from them. Then we have the January update, which was the content creator program. You know, we saw Hist and Pist, you know, small things there. We had the June update, which was all about the gameplay video. Boom, boom, boom. And then in April, we got the you know, the expectation of a December release in 2021 and a beta in August. And then in August, we got a delay with the beta that was pushed to December 21, and then that's pretty much it. Then in October, what the hell am I doing? In October 2021, the same year as these three, then we actually got an open world PvE camp combat video where we saw a bunch of group friends, like a friends group, walking around doing on camps, like you know, camps from League of Legends, like those camps where you actually get like experience points and loot and stuff like that, which was really cool. Like, you know, I enjoyed that. So it was a good video. Then we're gonna move over to December, because you're probably thinking, okay, what actually happened? What happened in December? What did happen? Did we actually get beta? Well, no. We got a video of Eugene saying that they are behind schedule, and they wanted to give us like an update on the progress and telling about, you know, how the core systems are getting ready, stuff like that. You know, we all were pretty excited, you could say. Of course, we were disappointed in not getting the beta. That's how it is. But you know, a rush game is probably never good, you know. But a delayed game can potentially be good. That's not 100% a quote, but you know what I mean. So what happened was that the game basically got delayed again, but this time they wanted to go radio silent, because people have been a bit angry about all these, because in the meantime of this, we have got some different dates, which I haven't talked about 100%. I haven't like mentioned all the dates, but I've mentioned some of the dates, because we have got promise on some beta dates more than this. But you know, still, this is what I'm saying. I don't want to go down in details 100%. I'm just trying to give you like an overview map. So basically, what happened here was 2021 December. They are looking bright on the future. They're thinking, yeah, we can probably do this, and you know, come out with something when we're ready. And keep in mind, while all this happened, we also had COVID coming. And COVID basically forced them to break up from the office and go work from home. So you also had to adapt to the whole working from home industry. So you also have to remember all that into this. So that's basically a very good reason to why there's also delay. But I'm not happy to talk about it, but we have to talk about it. So then, down on the 24th February, in 2022. Was the date that Russia invaded Ukraine. And basically all the developers from Corepunk is basically living in Ukraine, which makes it a bit difficult to develop a game when your country is basically getting invaded by another country. That's what happened. And I understand this is probably the best reason to why a game is getting delayed when your country is getting invaded by another country. So what happened was they made an update for us telling us that a bunch of people have already left Ukraine, but they still had a few people back in Ukraine, which they have lost contact with. But later on, we have heard some other updates about they have, got contact back to them, and forth and back. I haven't been following that update 100%, but still, it sounded like the team is now have left Ukraine. They have placed different places in the world wherever they could. Get a visa, be placed a different world. And now they're working like they work from home with the COVID situation, but of course now they're working from different parts of the world. They're scattered across the whole world right now. Which of course, when a person comes from a place where it's basically under attack, getting invaded, and you don't know if your nearest people are in danger, I can imagine it's pretty hard for the Corepunk team to focus on the game right now. I feel with them. It mustn't be a easy thing to go through. Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah. So basically, the update we got from the Corepunk team happened in March the 11th in 2022, of course, where we got the update that most of the team have left. They're alright. Still had a few people in Ukraine they couldn't get contact with, but later on, I'm pretty sure in Discord we heard that everything is settled. What then happened recently, we're talking 4 days ago. This is the last update we have got, and then you will actually know what's happened totally. Is that in May, which is this month, the 10th, again, 2022, is that Corepunk has basically banned the Russian community. They want to support them by not having servers over there. They are removing all the Russians' forums, Discord rooms, anything that had anything related with Russia has been removed from the Corepunk game. And as rest of the world is basically a lot of companies has been removing from the country. It's also a pretty strong. I think the Corepunk team have pretty strong feelings against Russia when it comes to supporting Russia and giving them a server and giving them games. You know what I mean? I'm sure, as they also say in the update, they love the Russian gaming community. They thank them very much for all the support they have given them, and it's nothing personalized targeting against the individual gamer who sits in Russia. It's nothing to do with them. It's more about the fact that they don't want to support. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to talk about because I'm not a lawyer or anything like that. I just read what they say. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say. But basically, they don't want to support the Russian community right now because Russia is trying to invade their country right now. But I don't want to put my stamp on it and say, anything like that. I'm just trying to give you the news of what have happened. So this little whiteboard you're seeing here next to me, that's everything we have. That's basically the history of Corepunk. And I know for people like Illumio and other Corepunk fanatics, they probably say, hey, you missed something here, you missed something there and there and there and there. There's small updates there. I'm just trying to give you a big overview of when we got the game announced, what happened through the update. Like, we got several updates, we saw stuff, we saw a lot of stuff. But basically what happened right now is in December 2021, they basically told they're gonna go radio silent and try to finish the game so they can finally come out with a good beta. But then this shit happened, which is basically making it even more delayed for a long time. So yeah, and I haven't talked about this game for a long time, so if any of the Corepunk developers ever watch my video, don't worry, I have not abandoned your game. I have not forgotten you. I still have you on my #1 list of games I want to play. I just kind of wanted to wait till I had some more to talk about. And I can't wait to get into the game and really start pumping out content. And I totally differently feel it's a hard time right now. I feel all my feelings, my prayers are going for you right now, for what you're going through. I hope it will be, you know, how can you say it will turn out in the good end. Sorry, yeah, English is not my native language, so that's why I'm probably very bad at sounding, you know what I mean. But still, all the prayers, all the love go to the Corepunk team. I hope you are all safe and good, and you know, don't rush the game. Think about life situation first, and then we're gonna get the game later on. It's fine, it's all good. But that's the overview. That's the overview we have on my little fancy draw board, which I have to clean now before my kid sees it. Well, she's probably gonna be angry at me because that's hers. So thanks for watching, everyone. It was a pleasure making this video. I haven't talked about Corepunk for a very long time. Now if people come to my stream and ask me what happened to Corepunk, I'm just gonna throw this URL of this video in the face and tell them to watch it and see what have happened. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Keep in mind, remember this game. It will be fun once you get out. And again, to the Corepunk team, all love. I hope you're all good. And I can't wait to play your game. And hopefully someday I'll have the chance to meet you. Thanks. Peace out.
I wrote that I want to talk to him, and I'm waiting for a reply. I hope we won't freeze here to death because he's busy and not responding. Okay, I'm calling him. He's ready. Okay, let's go. Hello, Stefan. Hi, how are you? Can you meet me outside? Yeah, outside. I'm right outside your house right now. Thank you. Oh. Hi.